Hey everybody, and welcome back to Masterpieces. I am back with more segments for you because what? Transformers Prime Beast Hunters is back on the air. Project Predacon, the latest episode, aired this weekend, so I have an episode to talk about. Ah, yay! And my life is better now that I have new episodes to look forward to. I've been waiting for such a long... It feels like forever I've been waiting for these episodes. So yeah, the new episode aired last night, and today, unfortunately, I'm going to have to fly solo because Masterpiece Megatron just isn't here. He's just not here. The only Megatron I have at the moment, I have MCRV's little Prime Megatron. That's something, right? Yay, there's a Megatron here. But anyway, let's talk about the episode. First and foremost, we got a new intro for Beast Hunters, and Predacon is in it, and Shockwave is in it, and everybody's got their new look in it. And what I like about the new intro is that it's still pretty much the same old intro with the same music, but beefed up and pumped up. New characters, a couple of new elements. Really cool. I don't know. I had to watch it a couple of times just to enjoy it. I don't know. The new intro is really, really cool. And the music in general has taken on a new flavor and a new tone. It's more heavy hitting and more intense and butt kicking in some ways. It's just got a harder edge to it, but we're still hearing the same melodies and whatever else, the same basic core, but with a new twist to it. So I don't know. I really like the music and how it's changed. Okay, the episode. All right, the episode starts off. We see Optimus gets his new truck mode. I still am really not digging Optimus's new look all that much, but I'm getting used to it, and it's not as bad as I originally thought it was when I first saw it. It definitely looks a lot better on the show than it does in the toy. The toy looks pretty bad and makes it look pretty bad, but it does look a lot better on the show, so I'll give them that. However, I do think the truck is some kind of roided out red and blue Batmobile looking thing. I just don't really like it, but it does look better on the show, so there is that. What's the episode about? Well, Ratchet picks up Decepticon signals, and what are they doing? They're excavating. Okay, Decepticon activity, we gotta go check it out, right? So, before Optimus goes to go check this out, and Ultra Magnus and Wheeljack have a little conversation about Wheeljack's recklessness and how he needs to be more obedient or whatever. And they have this little conversation about the past and being a wrecker, and Ultra Magnus was put in charge of the wreckers to kind of calm him down a little bit, and Wheeljack didn't appreciate that. And we find out that this clash of attitudes between Ultra Magnus and Wheeljack is why Wheeljack took off in the first place. And he says that if his ship wasn't all busted, he'd take off if he could. So will Wheeljack be sticking around? Maybe Wheeljack will take off for a little while in a later episode. He's really not digging Ultra Magnus these days, so it was interesting. It was interesting to get a little tidbit and a little side story, so that was definitely cool. So Optimus goes to check this thing out, and he sees that these Insecticons are excavating something, and he kicks their butts, and the whole fight kind of felt like subliminal advertising for the new toy, honestly. Optimus just kicks tailpipe and does it using every single different ability that his new mode comes with, and it just kind of felt like toy advertisement to me. I don't know. I mean, this is about toys, so I don't know. It just felt kind of like more of it like an advertisement than a fight. But anyway, we find out that the Decepticons are excavating Predacon remains, so that they can clone more Predacons. And Bulkhead says, if they clone more, we're going to have Beast Wars on our hands. References to other shows. Very cute, very clever. I love stuff like that, guys. The writers need to keep that up. And they're talking about Predacons being ancient animals and this and that, and how humans can relate to them by thinking of them as Cybertron's version of dinosaurs. And Miko says, okay, so that's what Predacons are, so what are Dinobots? And Bulkhead says something totally different. So we have acknowledgement that Dinobots exist. We have a reference to Dinobots. Jack says Tyrannosaurus. Dinobots, please! Give us Dinobots! I want this show to give me Grimlock. We need to see Grimlock and the Dinobots. All these little things are adding up. You know, Predacons, dinosaurs, Tyrannosaurus, Grimlock. Let's just give them to us, guys. Anyway, enough of that. But I thought that was funny, you know, mentioning Dinobots and all these little things that the writers do. They stick these little references here and there. Very clever. But we cut to the Decepticons talking about Predacon clones, and what we find out is these aren't remains of actual Predacons. These are remains of previous Predacon clones that Shockwave made. Because apparently, he's been making Predacon clones for quite a while. And at one point, Megatron had like an army of these things, and he sent a group of them to Earth to destroy the Autobot forces there and safeguard the Energon on Earth until Megatron came back. Well, Megatron took too long to come back, and they all kicked it, I guess. So, they're there to take these clones and make new clones. And we find out that the Predacons, the Predacon clones were on Earth, and they are the basis for humanity's dragons and other types of monsters. So it's revealed that, okay, where do dragons come from in the human psyche? Predacon clones that Megatron sent here thousands of years ago. It's very cool how they tie all these different Cybertronian things into human culture and whatever else. You know, it's an interesting concept. Dragons were really Predacons, you know. Very cool. Very cool that they did that on the show. So, anyway, the episode ends with two more Decepticon signals ring out, and Bulkhead, Wheeljack, and Ultra Magnus head out to check out one, and that's the last time we see them. We don't really know how that all went for them. And Smokescreen, Bumblebee, and Optimus go to check out another one. And in order to stop the Decepticons from getting this one piece of Predacon fossil, there is a huge fight between Soundwave and Shockwave and our three Autobots. And it's awesome. It's just awesome. It's just the coolest thing. I've been wanting to see Soundwave and Shockwave team up for a long time to kick butt, because we've seen them both fight in different episodes by themselves, and we know that these two kick butt, you know, by themselves. So to see them work as a team, really awesome. And since they're both kind of these cold, logical kind of characters, it was just really cool. Shockwave is like a big, powerful dude, and he just tosses Smokescreen and Bumblebee like they're ragdolls. It's awesome. And Soundwave, just using his brain like he does, you know, is really cool. The best part is Shockwave and Bumblebee and Smokescreen all each have a piece of the Predacon fossil, and they're playing tug of war with it, and it breaks. And Smokescreen and Bumblebee have two pieces, and the other piece goes flying off of this bridge. Now, Optimus is down on the ground, so he starts to fly up to catch this last piece of fossil. So what does Soundwave do? Soundwave opens a space bridge right underneath it, so the fossil lands right in Megatron's hand on the Nemesis. Cool. Just cool, cool, cool. That's as cool as it gets. What a great way to end an episode. So there's a lot to look forward to. We're going to get more Predacons. Hopefully we're going to find out what happened to Predaking. And I'm thinking we're going to get Dinobots. I don't know. This was just a fun, cool episode. Really enjoyed it. Loved the new intro. Cannot wait to see what's going to happen in the next episode. Really looking forward to it. And once again, it seems like the Decepticons just cannot be stopped. And I would consider this episode a big victory for them. They looked really cool, and they got what they needed at the end. So, as a Decepticon fan, I was happy. But anyway, so yeah, that was the episode. So, until next time, all hail Megatron, and I will see you guys next week. Au revoir.